What you need to know about Shang-Chi before you see the movie. Come on inside.
What's up, everybody? Rob and Chris here from the Jersey Comic Con. Chris just said we're talking Shang-Chi. What you need to know before watching the Shang-Chi movie that's coming out. Now, guys, we're going to do a deep dive into his comic origin, what he has done, who his father and family are, and especially some of his cool power sets. We hope you enjoy this deep dive into Shang-Chi. We first meet Shang-Chi in Special Marvel Edition issue 15 by Steve Englehart and Jim Starlin, the first major Marvel superhero with Asian representation. Shang-Chi was born in Hoenn Province in China. Shang-Chi, the son of Fu Manchu, a very racially inept character in today's world. Shang-Chi was raised as a physical weapon from day one, literally trained as the master of Kung Fu. Without any superpowers, Shang-Chi is often overlooked in the main Marvel comic storylines. He often plays a background character or an assisting role. But he can more than hold his own. He is basically unbeatable in hand-to-hand combat.
Shang-Chi grew up believing that his father was a wise and powerful leader. He was never aware of the evil bubbling underneath until he moved to America to be with his mother. One of Shang-Chi's first missions was to assassinate an old enemy of his father, a man named Smith. This goes awry, and Smith tells him about the global society that his father runs as an evil crime organization. When Shang-Chi realizes that his father is actually evil, he was shocked and felt betrayed. He vowed to bring his evil empire down brick by brick, declaring war on his father and teaming up with Agent Smith, the same man he was sent to kill.
Shang-Chi's father is the constant thorn in his side. After learning of Shang-Chi's betrayal, he continuously tried to replace him and take him down. His father's evil secret society, called the Secret Society, would send operatives after him, constantly trying to end Shang-Chi's interference with his affairs. Shang-Chi's father looked for a new pupil to replace Shang-Chi. These pupils, or heirs, were Shang-Chi's replacement that his father would send after him, attempting to stop Shang-Chi from destroying his father's empire. Shang-Chi would continuously fight against his father's heir to continue his crusade to stop his father and the Secret Society. Shang-Chi would work with MI6, British Secret Intelligence, and other government agencies on many occasions. He never joined these agencies. He was always set to follow his own path. Shang-Chi was constantly trying to balance being at peace with himself and fighting off his father. His roles were constantly changing and evolving within Marvel Comics, from taking down the Secret Society to becoming a peaceful fisherman and even becoming a member of the Avengers. He has teamed up with countless superheroes within Marvel Comics, including my favorite team, the X-Men. Most recently in the comics, he has been looking inward to his past to discover the truth behind his origin and to discover a true sense of self.
Now, as the MCU begins to fully transition into Phase 4, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is in a uniquely prominent role. I think his role will center around the power of the Ten Rings. We know that the Ten Rings criminal organization has been around since the start of the MCU in Iron Man 1, but the actual rings themselves might be the key to multiple storylines during Phase 4. The rings in the film are more like bracelets, unlike the comic counterpart. We believe this change was done to not confuse fans with the Infinity Stones. These rings may have been the cause for fighting and power struggles throughout the ages. In the MCU, we don't know the full capacity of the ring's power. There is a chance that the Ten Rings will be the main source of conflict throughout Phase 4. If the rings are similar to their comic counterparts, they will each contain an immense elemental power within them. How that will translate to the film and future is yet to be seen, but I believe that Shang-Chi will be wielding them by the end of this movie. This would take Shang-Chi, who is a great character, but very limited in the overall Marvel universe, to the next level. A martial artist is cool, but one that is basically the Avatar from Last Airbender in the Marvel universe is a whole different kind of cool. As Rob and I just finished explaining, Shang-Chi's story is very personal, but has a lot of room for growth. In addition to the Mandarin, a villain that Marvel fans, especially myself, wanted to see since Iron Man 1, being Shang-Chi's father drastically improves the father and son dynamic with a whole new sense of danger. I think the Mandarin will be an entity, a Chinese legend. He's going to be a man that has lived for hundreds of years, using the power of the Ten Rings to sustain himself and his need for power and control.
And guys, that wraps up this video on what you need to know before watching Shang-Chi. Hopefully you have a better understanding of Shang-Chi's upbringing before going into this movie.
And guys, thanks so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up, really helps the channel out a lot. If you're brand new, subscribe and turn those notifications. You don't want to miss any more info on Shang-Chi or post Shang-Chi that Rob and I are going to delve into. Make sure you check out other videos on the channel and like those as well. And as always, I'm Chris Heller. That's Rob Moran. We're the Jersey Comic Crew, and we will see you next time.